Hey girl, let's talk crime. I want to say thank you to this person for requesting this next case. So today we are going to be talking about the murders of Krystal Tobias and Laura Hobbs. On May 8th, 2005, 8-year-old Laura and 9-year-old Krystal took off on their bikes and went to a nearby park to play. So dinner time comes around and neither Krystal or Laura show up, and at that point the police were called. So the police, as well as the families of Laura and Krystal, searched all night. Unfortunately, this was unsuccessful. The following morning, their bodies were found by Laura's father, Jerry Hobbs, and they had been found in a wooded public park. They had been stabbed in the face as well as the neck. According to an article, his reaction to finding the bodies was really abnormal, and Jerry had agreed to go to the police station for questioning. And after more than 20 hours of being interrogated, Jerry did confess to the murders of both his daughter Laura and her friend Krystal. In his confession, Jerry stated that he was upset with his daughter Laura because she had left even though she was grounded. And so when he located the girls, he had attempted to bring them back home, and Laura punched him. Krystal brought out a knife, in which he took it and out of rage stabbed the girls to death. So the police are asking Jerry to read this confessional out loud to show that he was not coerced. However, he just kept crying uncontrollably and could not do it. According to Jerry, he said that he was interrogated for more than 14 hours after he had asked for an attorney, and that they were threatening him, saying this and that would happen when he goes to prison. 3 years later, Jerry's defense team hires a private laboratory to investigate the evidence, and they found semen on Laura's body. However, this semen that was on his daughter's body did not match to him, did not match Jerry's. So instead of releasing him or exonerating him, the state's attorney came up with this excuse that Laura could have gotten this semen on her from the woods where they were playing, because couples would go there all the time and have sex. Although the semen did not belong to Jerry, he was not exonerated. He actually had to stay incarcerated until they found the person that it did belong to. The semen did come back to matching a man by the name of Jorge Torres, who was 16 years old at the time of the murders and was a friend to Krystal Tobias's older brother. So in 2010, Jerry was released and he was completely exonerated. And when asked why would he falsely confess to murdering these two girls, he had said that when he found his daughter, she didn't even have eyes in her head. So he was already broken. They didn't have to break him. In 2013, he did sue and received more than $6 million. Shortly after murdering Laura and Krystal, Jorge did join the Marines, and it was to lay low. So he was stationed in Arlington County, Virginia, and in 2009, he had strangled 20-year-old Navy Petty Officer Amanda Snell. In February 2010, he had abducted 3 women in Virginia while they were returning home after a Saturday night out. He had bound them together with cords, and then he had taken one of the victims to a secluded area where he would sexually assault her, he would beat her, and he left her for dead. It was through this crime that he was ultimately found and arrested. In 2014, 25-year-old Jorge was sentenced to death for the murder of Amanda Snell. He was also sentenced to 5 life sentences for the abduction of the 3 women, including the one that he sexually assaulted, choked, and left for dead. and he was sentenced to 100 years total, 50 for both Laura and Krystal each. However, because of the death penalty sentence, it is unlikely that he will even begin to serve this 100-year sentence.